Hey, what's going on guys? Insurmountable here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Destiny 2 beta and my initial reactions and my review of it. And we're also going to talk about a lot of the hate that's being put onto the Destiny 2 beta itself. A lot of people are very disappointed, they're let down, they're all this, and I'm just going to explain to you why I don't believe that you should be let down and why everyone should really change their outlook on Destiny. See, Destiny, like the first game, it wasn't the story. We'll start with the story. Okay, we'll just start with the story. The story had no substance. There was no substance anywhere until the Taken King came out. There was nothing there. You couldn't really go off of anything. There was a boss here, and then Crota came, and then there was a boss there. But once the Taken King arrived, it started to pick up a little bit, right? Um, and there was a lot of loose ends, and it just was poorly developed. I believe it was scratched. I think that was what happened, is it got scratched before the release, and they had to rewrite the whole story, but it was just poorly developed, and there wasn't much going on until the Taken King. And once the Taken King came out, it really started to pick up. The cinematics were great. The characters got personality, and I love that. I love that the characters got their own personality, because it shouldn't be a bland game of people just talking to you and doing, just they're just telling you to do stuff, and you go do it, and then you come back, and then they tell you to do something else. No, there's little cutscenes in there that show off their personality, and they joke around with you. They'll get a little pissed off at you here and there, but there's something there. Cinematics, humor, everything. Um, Now in Destiny 2, I'll just cut to the chase. Um, if you have played the beta, if you're lucky enough to play the beta, you've seen it. Most people have seen it. Homecoming I thought was a fantastic first step to Destiny 2. I thought what they did with that mission was, honestly, it was beautiful. It was fantastic. The way that the cinematics played out, the whole beginning, and you show up and the tower is demolished. It is on fire, destroyed. Cabal they're running rampage in there. They're killing everything, and you have to go in there, stop that shit, and you have to find the speaker, which we have no idea where he is. So yeah, if you haven't seen anything now, you know. Um, and then it's like a build up to this climax where we finally meet Gaul. Gaul is our main. Well, we don't know. He is the villain at this point. He is the main villain at this point. A lot of speculation on this Consul dude. I don't know. We don't know anything about him. All we know is that he is a mentor to him. That's about it. Um, but anyway, keep going on the homecoming mission. I love that it was as long as it was. It wasn't just, hey, this is a 5-minute story mission and now we're done. It was elongated, it was elaborated throughout. There was tons of cutscenes, tons of cinematics. The environment was rapidly changing all the time. The traveler, just watching it getting swallowed by that yellow, whatever the hell that was, that shield around it. Just Jesus, it was crazy, man. It was awesome just playing that. And then just like the expression of the characters, there's so much personality now in this game, just awesome. um, I think that a lot of people are gonna actually appreciate the game once they get it. I know a lot of people are upset with Destiny 1, and they think that they're let down by Destiny 2, but they're not let down because of the story mission. They're let down by Crucible. And honestly, there's no reason for it. I don't think that anyone should be judging this game based off of a beta. If anything, the story, that should be the selling point. A lot of people are talking about how Destiny wasn't, there's no what am I trying to say? There's no marketplace. There's no value in what we've been shown. And that's bullshit. That's absolute horse crap to me. Because just playing that first mission, that's so much that we just played, and it's only the beginning to probably a very long campaign, and which will have more missions after that. As per said by Bungie themselves, they said that there's going to be lost sectors, villains that you can fight pretty much every week. It's like a Nightfall, but different locations all the time. It is going to be so much better, and people are going to, I think, appreciate that from Bungie in Destiny 2. Going on to the PvP side, where everybody is just throwing shade all over that crap. Nobody likes PvP right now. Well, I mean, there's people who like it. I love the PvP. I absolutely am wowed by what they did. I think what they did was smart. I think what they did was perfect, honestly. Destiny 1's beta, I wasn't there for the Destiny 1 beta, but I heard that there wasn't a defined meta. And once Destiny came out, I mean, there was a little meta here, a little meta there, but now, whew, sticky grenades. If you don't have sticky grenades on, you're crazy. You're just wanting to die. You're just wanting to get destroyed in the Crucible. If you don't have an AS Luna or a Palindrome on, you're wanting to get destroyed in the Crucible. If you don't have an Icebreaker, like, or a sidearm, you're not going to have ammo starting off, and you're kind of at a disadvantage. And that makes it unbalanced. It doesn't make it a fair game. And people want to play the game because they want to put their personality into the game. They want to play the Crucible and use the guns they want to use. They don't want to have to be subject to using weapons that maybe like everybody uses. Everybody uses like 2 guns now in Destiny. They don't want to feel like that. They don't want to feel like they have to use this certain type of gun because everybody else is using it and it's the most overpowered thing in the world. No, they want to use the guns they want to use because it defines who they are in the game. For me, I'm an auto rifle guy. I love auto rifles. I don't usually mess around with much of anything else, but lately I've been using hand cannon because I put myself at a disadvantage using an auto rifle, especially in Trials of Osiris, which is broken at this point. But anyway, ability kills in Destiny 1 were also a big no-no. That shouldn't have been a thing. Warlocks being able to get over shields just about every time. The lightning grenade reaching 10 feet away from them, which they toned down a little bit, yes, but it reached out pretty good distance. Everything is very cheesy. Titans could literally use a hand cannon and punch, and they're dead if you're using a striker. And their melees would burn you away too if they're using a hammer. Which I think hammer was probably the most consistent on the side. If we're gonna throw that out there, hammers were probably the most consistent subclass in the game. I think that's what I mained. But anyway, get sidetracked again. PvP. The hunter melees were okay. There was only really one that was good, and that was the arc blades backstab. And that's it. There wasn't much going for the hunter in the melee category, which made it harder to play on a hunter. And sure, they had smokes and they had their throwing knives, but when it came to close range game, they're not winning that. They're not gonna win that crap. No way. Not gonna happen. The supers, I like that they toned that down. Love that they toned supers down. And they toned the melee kills down. I like that. Melees are 3 across the board, which is good. Supers charge super slow, which I think is people should really need to understand this point. And I'm only gonna say this because it's the truth, and people need to understand that this game shouldn't be about you using your super. It should be about you and your teamwork and the way that you guys fire together. The best teams in Destiny, sure, they use their grenades a lot and they spam their abilities, but if you actually watch them play, they always use great teamwork. They're using hand cannons, I get it, but they're positioning themselves in the map where they can easily team fire you. Team firing is so important in this game, and I don't think people like that. I think that people like to lone wolf it sometimes, and that's gonna be hard for them. That's not gonna really be a thing in this game, because if you jump into a competitive match, you're gonna have a team. No matter what, there's no way you're getting into Destiny 2's competitive without a team. If you solo queue, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for everybody. I think that if you don't go in with a team of 4, there's gonna be a lack of communication, and you're probably gonna lose. So don't expect to see a lot of teams of 2 or teams of 3. There's probably gonna be a vast majority of teams of 4 across the board. Another thing, I like that they have a casual mode and a competitive mode going off of the whole competitive thing. It gives people that are, with respect, mediocre at the PvP side of the game. It gives them a vent. It gives them an opportunity to play by themselves to get better. And me myself, I wasn't a very good PvP player at the beginning when I played, but I'm very knowledgeable of the game now. I know pretty much just about all the ins and outs of this game. I know when to engage, when to get out. I know what guns I should be using, when I should be using them, and it helps me out a lot to know that. But a lot of people who don't really understand the game and who don't understand certain situations, blah, I'm getting my words mixed up. They're not going to do so well, and it's really unfortunate. And that's another thing about this game, is I like that there's actually, like, gun skill. You need to have like a good primary shot. It helps those people that they weren't very good with the whole I can shoot this person 1v1, or yeah, whatever I'm trying to say. Like, the 1v1s between mediocre players and good players, they're still gonna be kind of at a disadvantage, but to an extent they're not, because they're gonna have a fair opportunity to kill them. They can use whatever they want, and it's gonna be a fair opportunity. Now, we're obviously gonna find some weapon to abuse, because obviously that's how it goes, especially in Destiny. But for the most part, people are gonna have a chance to use what they want to use, and I love that. I love that. Again, brings variety to the game, lets people bring out their personality. Maps are also very competitive. I like that. There's no little I can crouch behind this thing and I can head glitch this. There's no little spaces in the map where I can just put my gun through and you're dead. No, you are either gonna come out and you're gonna shoot me, or I'm gonna push in there with something and shoot you. It's gonna be face to face. It's gonna be face to face combat. That's how it's gonna be. Back on the true gun skill thing. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the weapons. Talk about the weapons a little bit. I love the balancing of them. Not one thing is really too overpowered. Like I said earlier, that pulse rifles, yeah, they're a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not that bad. I use Sweet Business in the Crucible right now, and that thing tears, dude. If you can pre-fire with that, whoo, you're gonna kill some people. People gonna die. There's nothing they can do about it. Because the weapon fires so fast, and you just need to know what's going on, man. You need to be aware of what you're doing. That's basically it. You need to be aware of your surroundings, aware of your situations, aware of your engagements, and you will do just fine in this game. And another thing about the Destiny 2 PvP is I want to play with my friends. I don't want to play with people who are just good at the game. I want to play with people who are, like, I've been playing with them for a while. I don't want them to feel like they're held back at all. It shouldn't be a thing. This game should be about the community playing together. It shouldn't be about, hey, I need to get this stacked ass crew to play, or, oh, here we go, I have my heavy carry today. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should. And also, I believe that the roaming supers are a good thing too, for strikers especially, and for the gosh, what's it? The bubble. Yeah, I really believe that that's an improvement, that everybody's roaming, and Voidwalkers as well, especially, and the Dom Blade. I think that what they're doing with the supers is very smart. It's making it more competitive. It's making it more balanced. The golden gun for let's start with the hunters supers for a second. The golden gun, I think that what they did with the golden gun was smart. They took off how long they could hold it, and they increased the number of shots, which is good. That's good. They should be able to spam their golden gun, but they shouldn't be able to have it forever, and you literally have to sit behind a wall until they're out, you know? It should be they use their super and bang, 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 it's over, you know? Because golden guns, that's a one-shot kill. Shouldn't last forever. For the Arc Strider, overall very balanced. I think that one thing that they could improve is making them have the ability to close the gap better. And when I say that, I mean, like, don't make them faster. I'm just saying, like, give them some kind of move. I know that you can double tap circle and they'll do some ninja move to avoid people, but make it so that they can close the gap a little bit. Because if I use my super and don't get a kill with it in certain situations, that sucks, dude. That's a shitty feeling. You feel like you let your team down. You feel like, you know, it just sucks. Um, Going to Titans, Sentinel, I think it's perfect the way it is. It's fine. I think that the towering shield is definitely going to be a favorite of a lot of people because you're going to want to be holding positions down. It's not really going to be about it's not going to really be about guerrilla warfare. I mean, there's going to be players that want to use it, but I think that the position battle is way more important. Striker, I like that they gave them a roaming super. Again, wish that they were just a teensy bit faster, or they had a closing the gap move. But I mean, Striker, I mean, shoulder charges, I guess it's okay. It's whatever. I mean, overall, I mean, I've gotten my fair amount of doubles with it after my initial slam, so it's not like it's bad, or it's just they just toned it down a little bit. Just not a bad thing. And for Warlocks, the Dawn Blade, I say you just leave it where it's at. I mean, the jump for the Warlock's a little hovery for me, but I think that it's good where it's at right now. I think it's perfect where it's at. For Voidwalker, I wish that they would speed up the Nova Bomb travel speed. I don't think it should be that slow. It's kind of sucky. Because people could easily just get out of there, no problem. And again, you feel like, ah, damn it, I fucking screwed up my super again, and my teammates are gonna hate me, and you know, it shouldn't be a thing. But you know, overall, I think the Crucible is gonna be way better than Destiny 1's, just because it's gonna be more of a team-based game, and you're gonna need to play as a team, and your gun skill's gonna have to be there. You're gonna have to have gun skill. And I laugh at the people who, I honestly laugh at the people who are judging this beta right now by the Crucible, or I'm judging this game by the Crucible. It shouldn't be judged by just the Crucible. It shouldn't. And for people who say this game's a letdown, I don't even know why you're saying it. You're just upset because you can't do what you did in Destiny 1. You're just upset that you can't spam your abilities. You're upset that you can't solo it. It won't be an issue in Destiny 2 because the clan systems are better. You'll be able to join clans no problem. You can just anytime you want to play Crucible, just head over to wherever their clan booth is or whatever. Say, hey, you got room for another? Get on the mic with them. It's gonna be a lot easier to connect with other people. Just make it fun for everybody. Get to know new people, get new clanmates. I think the clan systems are gonna be way better in Destiny 2. Also, I love that. Don't have to go to freaking Bungie.net and add this person, and then some error pops up saying that they've already joined, and then it takes forever to get them in. No, they'll just click a button and they'll be in. And then I also like that the loot is going to be distributed through the clan as well. I think that that's awesome. um, and then the strikes. I want to touch on the strikes because a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is the same as Destiny 1 strikes," and I'm gonna tell you why it isn't. It's not the same because it it presents. It's not just I'm gonna run in here, kill these ads, and I'm going to face this boss. I think that the way that they have changing environments now in this game, I think that's vastly improving the strikes in Destiny 2. And for me, personally, I thought Destiny 1 was very bland with their strikes. I didn't think that there was much to it. It was just you start here and you finish here. And then there's a boss. And this strike that's on the screen right now, I was like, what? The first time I played, I hadn't seen anything prior to it. I hadn't seen anything. And when I played this, I was like, holy shit, the floor is breaking. I'm falling onto another floor. And there was 3 levels. Like, that's cool, man. That's fucking awesome. That there's always a changing environment around you. And you have to be aware of that. It makes it tougher and it makes it more challenging. Especially especially this part where he's slamming his fist into the ground. It's going to be a lot of coordination, and the strikes are going to be a little bit lengthier, but it's going to be fun, I think. Another thing, the matchmaking. I love how fast it is to matchmake. I love how fast it is. I can't express enough to you, like, being able to go where you want, wherever you are. That makes such a difference when I play this game, because I hated just going to orbit and coming back and then going to the tower and go back to orbit to go to this place. No, I can just go wherever I want, whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about going to orbit. And I also love like the whole like thing about the portal, the whatever it's called, the when you go through space and there's like that aurora blur and you're going through it. I found it funny when people were calling it cheesy and all that. I was like, hey man, it's just Destiny. Like, get over yourself. I heard a lot of people with this like just giving mad shade about that too, and I'm like, dude, like, it's the game. They just changed it up a little bit. I don't know why you're so freaking out about the way that we move through space. So, I mean, like, my overall review of this game, this is all according to the beta. This is my idea. This is what I believe. I believe that this game is going to be a lot bigger than a lot of people think. I think that this game is going to be freaking fantastic. I think that there's going to be a lot more competitive nature to this game. Goddamn it, cat, you're in my arms. And I think that everyone's just going to have more fun playing this game overall. I think that people are going to have to learn to play as a team. They're going to have to get used to it, and it's not a hard thing to do. You just play with people. You just play with different people, and you get a knowledge for how they play. That's all it is. Once you do, it's going to be a lot easier for you. So, I mean, to all the people throwing mad shit at this game, you don't need to. It's not necessary. And they're not going to give you everything. They're not going to just give you all the keys to the castle. Bungie has made it very clear that they're going to give it out little by little. It's not going to be, here, let me show you what we're going to be doing. We didn't learn about just about all this until about, we were left in the dark about just about everything until they released it. We didn't know anything about this game other than that the Cabal were coming and that they were gonna attack us. We knew because of the Mega Block set. That was it. But anyway, yeah, that's enough of me ranting on about why I don't agree with the mad shade on the game. But I mean, overall, I think this game is going to be great. I think so far it's good. The beta is fun. That's all you need to know, dude. That's all you need is that it was fun. That's all you gotta just think about, that it was fun. And I think that'll do it for the video. I mean, I might have left a couple of things out here and there, but I mean, this is just my personal like beliefs, like what I believe this game is going to be, what I believe that it should be. And that's just me. That's just my personal view. And if you think differently, that's your view. I'm just saying what I believe. But anyway, that's gonna do it for the video today, guys. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, and I will catch you in the next one, guys. Alright, see ya.